Welcome Grenada, Carrico, Peter Montague, and the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. I hope that you had yourself a good weekend. I hope that you're proud of yourself, things that you have done, things that you wanted to do, that you were able to achieve the things that you wanted to achieve. Sometimes, it seems easy, but when we set out to do it, we realize that it's more challenging than we thought. But nonetheless, I hope that you have the ability to overcome those challenges. Now, let's take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight. Protest action at the RBTT Bank, and of course that caused interruption of business and of course disgruntled customers. House destroyed by fire in St. David. We'll talk about that. PM to address the nation on Wednesday. Sargassum Seaweed is taking over St. Andrew Bays. We'll talk about that. And woman says that NAWASA's tank is causing destruction to her home. NAWASA says that is false. New NADMA headquarters nearing completion. We'll talk about that. And Jeverson Ramirez releases brand new single. In fact, a music video for his new single. We'll talk about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. I just can't express in enough words how much I appreciate you all the time. All right, folks, we gotta let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Real Value IGA Supermarket, the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Coast Grenada Limited, Digicel, NAWASA, and the Ministry of Health. Thanks, guys, and of course we will be back. We also would like to say thank you to our sponsors and to Diamond Continental at the Esplanade Mall. Thank you as well. Folks, we're taking our first break, and when we return, it could be real news in Olilililuro. So brace all yourself. And for those of you who have not yet done so, but housekeeping matters, please go ahead and share the business. You see, when you do that, that's how other people get to know that we are live. So all go ahead and do the business. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines will offer protection against the virus, helping to prevent death and serious illness. But how do they actually work? Like other vaccines, such as the flu shot, COVID-19 vaccines will be given with a needle. This triggers an immune response in the body, which is the body's natural way of defending itself. The vaccine will strengthen your immune system by training it to recognise and fight against the virus that causes COVID-19. Vaccines may contain either killed or weakened versions of the virus that causes the disease, or a small part of the virus, such as a protein. There is no risk that you will get the disease from a vaccine. When your immune system recognises this virus or parts of it in the vaccine as being foreign, it responds by creating memory cells and antibodies that will protect you against future infection or disease. As a result, you'll be less likely to have severe COVID-19 symptoms after a vaccination.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, family members, again, welcome to another Mikey Live program. We're ready for business. Again, welcome to those of you who are just joining us, or those of you who are here for the first time. Now, the first thing that we have to tell all you about by the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. They are inviting all bikers and biking clubs to an important, they say, meeting at the Grenada Trade Center Annex Building, St. George, and that is to be held on Wednesday, 31st March 2021 at 4:30 p.m. Now, according to the police, the purpose of the meeting is to discuss matters relating to inspection and licensing of motorcycles and to address other concerns that the bikers or clubs may wish to bring to the attention of the authorities. And the Royal Grenada Police Force said that they would like to thank all for your cooperation. Of course, we are heading to the Easter weekend, and of course, you know what happens around that time, so it might just be an opportune time as well to discuss what the expectations are. Well, maybe that's the intention, really. Okay, so here's what. We have another piece of information here for you, and that information comes again from the Royal Grenada Police Force. Now, the Public Works Department as well in the Ministry of Carrier Crew and the PD Marketing Affairs and Local Government informs the general public that the Hillsborough Road within the parameters of the Christine David Child Development Center and the Ramirez shop is temporarily closed until further notice. Now, this closure, they say, is necessary to facilitate the commencement of construction work on a 300-foot concrete road and drain project in the area. Motorists, you are advised to observe the no entry road signs at both junctions at the area of construction. Now, the ministry apologizes for any inconvenience and anticipates the cooperation of all. For further information, of course, you can call the Ministry of Carrier Crew and PD Marketing Affairs at 443-6026. All right. Hey, you know, the election coming up soon, and it's time for all to demand all the thing and think. Where I staying, well, you know, my parliamentary rep and whoever wishes to offer themselves up for office, fix me road. Well, not my road, but the village road. And all the hand me vote. Whoever fix the road, I voting for them. And I'm telling other people to vote for them too. Yeah, I don't want to hear no talk. I don't want to hear no long talk. I don't want to come in no rally. Just tell me who fixing me road. And I'm voting for all it. And I'm telling other people vote for all it too. Right. So today was another day of protest for workers at the RBTT. They are once again out on the streets. They decided they're not going to work. Well, they went to work, but they decided they're not working unless their grievances are addressed by their employer. You understand? So this morning's protest was more intense than previous protests that we have seen. Of course, I think it was last week we had Andre Lewis on the program talking about it. And he was saying that you can expect things to intensify. And so without fail, they intensified their protest. Now, interestingly as well, it was the day, well, you know, close to mountain. And so it was the day that the customers needed to access their funds and so on, but they could not have done that because, of course, the workers decided not to go so.
Well, simply we have stepped up the issues. We have, as you see, the workers are out here this morning, all prepared to work. This is not an action against working, but this is an action to get the company, get RBC, that Canadian bank, these banks that feel like they can look down on us as ordinary black Grenadian workers, and natives as they normally refer to us. They feel that they can do the workers what they want, and they could disobey and disregard the recommendation of our industrial relations process. Both the Labour Commissioner and the Minister for Labour has been absolutely clear in their recommendations. The bank is just totally ignoring this process. What they are hoping to do is to leave the island by the end of this month and run out with the workers' money. And my money. That's what they are hoping to do. They are not concerned about the customers. The customers are irate this morning and they have a right to be irate. But don't forget, that's the same bank that closes branches in St. George, make absolutely no provision for the aged and others. When rain is coming, people can't find any way to shelter. So it's the same manner in which they want to treat everybody. But I hope the Antigua Commercial Bank is paying note, because they will inherit a problem that is bigger than them. And therefore it is within their interest not to come into Grenada until this matter is resolved. Because pretty soon we shall start to call for people to boycott the Antigua Commercial Bank operations in Grenada unless RBC pays the workers what is due to them. In keeping with the Labour Commissioners and Minister for Labour recommendation. There are a number of matters, and they are blatantly refusing to do what is right.
Okay, so then he was asked, okay, so you're talking about these matters and so on. What really are those concerns that you're talking about?
Simply again, the three main matters are: one, the right of the worker under Section 45(2) to opt to continue with the new Antigua Commercial Bank or not to go over and be paid severance, termination allowance. Secondly, the issue of notice of retrenchment, notice to the union and notice to the workers shall not run concurrently. And thirdly, we have the outstanding collective agreement that needs to be addressed. So these are the three main matters, and the bank is hoping to run out of Grenada. I want to repeat, the Royal Bank of Canada, RBC, where they sit high and mighty out in Canada, is hoping to run out of Grenada without obeying the recommendations of the Minister for Labour and Labour Commissioner. Look at the workers outside here, all prepared to work, but standing for the right to ensure that no global bank, yes, not because of your size and your might, will feel that you can do us what you want and get away with it. So this is a stance for the dignity of the workers and a stance to ensure that the bank comply with the recommendations of the Labour Commission and the Minister of Labour.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andre Lewis, President General of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union. It was a sad day for a homeowner in St. David as their house was destroyed by fire. Villagers came out really hard to try to save this property, but you know, despite their efforts, it just wasn't enough. The fire was raging, and it resulted in the total destruction of this house. Oh boy, yeah, so it's tough. It's really tough, and I hope that you know, they'll be able to, I mean, we can commit to, as the Helping Hands Foundation, the Mikey Life Helping Hands Foundation, probably we can consider providing some food for the next few days, you know, and anybody who wants to assist the family. I don't have any way of contacting family as yet, but if you know them, please just let them give me a little thing, and then we can see how we can help as an organization those people who are victims of this recent fire. Okay, we are moving on. So the Prime Minister is set to address the nation on Wednesday. All right, now the address will be delivered by the Prime Minister on this platform, and of course GIS, and so at 8 p.m. the Prime Minister is expected to address some current issues out in the public, and of course there are a lot of talks about what will happen for the Easter weekend in terms of restrictions to prevent people from frolicking. Now, I know that we have seen and heard a lot of rumors being spread on social media in particular about curfews and lockdowns and XYZ. Now, it's important to note that there are other countries who are implementing measures to avoid further spread of COVID-19. So keep that in mind before you spread things that doesn't pertain to Grenada. In fact, this morning I saw one in particular that had to do with another Caribbean island, and the persons were circulating that like wildfire to say that these are the pending rules and restrictions for Grenada that is to take effect today or XYZ. Even there was some on Friday. You know, guys, I think that by now you should know. You can rely on reputable news organizations. You can rely on our organization as well, that once we have information that the public needs to know soonest, it will be published. And if you find yourself passing around things on WhatsApp or so, asking if it's true, chances are that it may not be true. Yeah? Because if it's not in the mainstream, it's highly unlikely going to be a fact if it's coming from little pockets within the society. All right? So please be guided accordingly. We are moving on. The Sargassum seaweed is bringing up its ugly head once more. And fishermen are crying out for help, particularly in the St. Andrew area. Now they are saying that this is back to haunt them again. Some fishermen and so on who ply their trade in that particular area, they are saying that this is going to affect their daily bread significantly, as has done in the past. You know, in the past few days, we have seen an invasion of the beach in Seaweed and in the Grenville area. And the residents and fishermen in the area are calling on the government to help them in whatever way that can be done. In whatever way, please help them, they say. In any way you can. Some other villagers are saying that in addition to the unsightliness and the fact that it affects the fishermen, it is also stink. It stink. They say it's hard to breathe. Once this sargassum lodges itself on the shoreline like that, it's hard to breathe. You know? So they're asking for help. Last week, scientists said some islands in the Eastern Caribbean would need to brace for a moderate to severe influx of the Sargassum seaweed in the coming months. Now, this was in accordance with a study that was done, and some, the March 2021 Sargassum Sub-Regional Outlook Bulletin, published by the UE Center for Resource Management and Environment Studies, Cayville, Barbados. Now, according to the report, the level of sargassum arriving has increased considerably, as there is 6% more that is now visible in the Atlantic than this time last year. Now, the report also said that that considerable cloud cover could be hiding even more, but probably still below the 2018 levels, the worst year to date. You understand? Now, in its current outlook for March to May, northern islands are set to receive moderate influxes from late March to April, with little to nothing in May. Middle islands will continue to experience moderate influxes over the next 3 months, similar to last year, without the major peak seen in May. After a light 2 months, the southern islands are expected to receive severe influxes of sargassum in peaks over the next 3 months. Understand? And the bulletin notes that there are implications to the tourism sector and other stakeholder industries. Understand? No star. Man knows how to go through a real thing and that. All you, we are moving on. All you, a woman is saying that a tank that NAWASA has constructed, I think a couple of years, about 80 years if I'm not mistaken, a good amount of years, is destroying her home, which is about a 50 feet distance from the tank. That pastor, I think she's from St. David's. She's saying NAWASA is responsible for the destruction of her wooden structure and has taken her plight for the support of people on social media.
Rovers, that's what's going on in Laura, under the water tank, NAWASA water tank. Rovers are in a peace in my place. Rovers, water running like that. Rovers, look what's going on, man. Rovers, river running, my house washing away.
Folks, we are now hearing from NAWASA. NAWASA is saying we are not responsible for what is happening to her home. They say that the woman has constructed a road to take her to her home, and because of that, it created a kind of like a drain. And so because she lives downhill, the water naturally passes through that channel. In fact, we've got the legal counsel, Miss Denise Boris, speaking about this particular issue.
NAWASA has had sight of the recent postings by Miss Emerald Daniel, who we identify as Corinne Daniel, in relation to the La Pastora tank and an allegation that the damage to her home was as a result of the operations of the NAWASA tank. NAWASA is extremely disappointed with the actions of Ms. Daniel, having regard to the fact that there were discussions with her legal counsel in relation to her allegations. NAWASA first responded on October 7, 2020, the very said day the allegations were raised by Ms. Daniel. Our engineering department has conducted a thorough analysis of the situation and her claims and have concluded as follows. 1. Ms. Daniels' house is located on a steep slope, approximately 15 feet downhill from an undeveloped allowed road. This road does not service the NAWASA tank site, nor is NAWASA responsible in any way for the maintenance of this road. 2. Rainwater from the hillside runs down a natural course through the area occupied by Ms. Daniel. This problem is worsened by the walkway that Ms. Daniel has constructed to her house, which acts as a natural water course from the undeveloped allowed road, providing, unfortunately, a drainage channel for rainwater to use to make its way directly onto her house from the adjacent hillside. 3. NAWASA's storage tank was constructed 18 years ago and is approximately 50 feet from the area Ms. Daniel occupies. Absolutely no overflow from the tank can affect Ms. Daniel's property. Any overflow, if there is any overflow, this is conveyed by an 8-inch pipe that discharges downhill or below Ms. Daniel's house, and thus this cannot be a factor.
All right, now according to the attorney, despite the fact that they are not liable, they are working with the relevant authorities to seek some sort of help for the affected person.
Despite our determination, which has been agreed to by Ms. Daniel's attorney, that NAWASA was not liable for the damage to her home, NAWASA has been working with the relevant government ministries to seek some assistance for Ms. Daniel. NAWASA liaised with Ministry of Social Development, who in turn collaborated with Ministry of Lands for the allocation of a lot of land to Ms. Daniel, which has been provided by the government of Grenada at Lacaloom, St. David. NAWASA offered to construct the foundation and concrete columns for Ms. Daniel at this new site to provide the opportunity for her to remove all or part of the existing structure and work together with other contributors to improve her living conditions. In closing, I reiterate that NAWASA is not responsible for the condition of Ms. Daniel's house, but nonetheless have been trying to assist in this matter. We consider Ms. Daniel's social media posts very unfortunate and are deeply disappointed by her actions.
Thank you very much, and we are going to continue to follow that development. How are we looking for time? Okay, so the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, the new NADMA headquarters is almost completed, they say, as we will hear from Oslin Crosby, the PRO of NADMA.
The new headquarters and warehouse of the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, both on the mainland and on the sister isle, is nearing completion and will soon be officially commissioned. The over $6 million project, funded under the U.S. Southern Command Humanitarian Fund, forms part of the U.S. government's commitment to assist Caribbean allies in building resilience against disasters. During a recent tour of the facility with the U.S. Charge d'Affaires Carl Duckworth, he highlighted the benefits of this new addition to disaster management in Grenada.
It'll be a central location for all emergency response. Number two, it will be a communication hub for not only Grenada, but the region and internationally as well. And then third, it'll be a place where we can direct resources as appropriate.
Sharing his impressions of what he saw, the U.S. principal officer in Grenada compared the facilities to those in the U.S. comparative value, which illustrates the significant boost the facility will bring to the country.
I have to say, as I walk through the facility, it is a fantastic facility. And I've been in many emergency operations centers in my time, both with the U.S. Department of State and the U.S. Air Force, and this is a fantastic facility. It blows away many other facilities I've been in and worked in. I think it's going to be a really boost to the way that Grenada responds to natural disasters and other kinds of incidents.
Location was critical in the initial plan for this building.
Well, a large consideration, at least from a U.S. perspective and from a Grenadian perspective, is that because this will be the central facility for all emergency response, it has to be able to survive and safely for all concerned any kind of natural disaster. So we wanted to ensure that everything was thought about, flooding, lightning, etc.
Upon completion, the new building located in Montjaloux, the site of the old television station, will be the National Disaster Office, which will house the daily operations of the Secretariat. Disaster Coordinator Mr. Benedict Peters, speaking on the new structure, in expressing his gratitude, is hoping that with the new structure comes a shift in thought by people to disaster management. The project on the Sister Isle is also almost complete, though slightly smaller in size, will be playing a similar functional role in the administration of disaster management process on the Sister Isle. The buildings were constructed by local construction company Sunrise Construction. From the PR unit at the National Disaster Management Agency, I'm Oslin Cross.
Thank you very much, Oslin. And before we move on, we have to share something with you. Well, in our entertainment segment tonight, we would like to share with you a production by Jeverson Ramirez of his new release. It's called Pray for Your Sons, and he did his music video in collaboration with the PBC Boys Choir. Ladies and gentlemen, in our entertainment piece for tonight, here is Jeverson Ramirez in his original single.
Mama said, learn to swim and don't you drown. 'Cause mama been swimming since her dawn. Mama said, take up your cross and follow him. And let the good Lord save you from your sin. So pray for your son. Pray for your son. Pray for your son. Pray for your son. Oh, because this world is getting heavy now, and it's so dark I can't see no clouds. I'm on my knees, begging please, just cover me from my head to my feet. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mama said, don't let him take you for no fool. Oh, don't let him tell you what to do now. And she said, keep an eye out for the men in blue. Come inside before the lights come on, so they won't get you. Oh, so pray for your son. Pray, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, pray, mama, pray. Pray for your son. Mama, pray, because this world is getting so heavy and it's so dark I can't see no
That's Jeverson Ramirez, Pray for Your Sons. And of course, it's a very powerful song and a very good production by his team. This was released, I believe, on the 25th or so of the month on his YouTube channel. And since then, it has gotten a lot of attention. I think I've seen so far over 14,000 views, and is climbing quickly. Of course, Jeverson has been doing his thing for a number of years now, and he's decided now to, even if he's doing covers, but of course, place a lot of emphasis on his own productions as well. And so that's, yeah, a beautiful piece of work right there. All right, family, we're going to take a quick break, and we will return shortly right here on Mikey Live. And of course, when we return, we have for you the national report, and we've got the weather as well.
I can't do it on my own. So many people are dying out in those streets. You gotta pray that it won't be me.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ministry of Health to target stakeholders in its next vaccination sensitization workshop. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news from Monday, March 29th, 2021, I am Sherry-Ann Noel. The Ministry of Health is targeting stakeholders for its next vaccination sensitization program, which is scheduled for Wednesday, April 7th. On Friday, the ministry engaged healthcare professionals in a workshop at the conference room at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The panelists that presented to the healthcare professionals included Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health Dr. Francis Martin, Dr. Tahisha Donnell. Chief Nursing Officer Nestor Edwards says the sessions are critical in keeping healthcare providers updated on what is needed and necessary, not only in the fight against COVID-19, but in their day-to-day duties.
It's part of the continuing education, keeping them abreast, especially in light of the COVID and the COVID vaccine. We are here sharing information, giving them the latest available information that we have as it relates to the COVID-19 virus, the vaccines, the AstraZeneca vaccines, and other vaccines that are available in the fight against COVID-19. So the main objective of this workshop is to really keep our nurses, and not only nurses we have here, we do have cleaners, among this group who are here getting the most updated information on the COVID-19 and the vaccination generally.
Vaccination, Nurse Edwards says, is a very effective public health measure in the fight against diseases, and refreshers on proper administering of vaccines are always important.
Vaccination is a very effective public health strategy. And vaccination helps protect population from diseases. We have been using vaccination effectively in the fight against the childhood diseases. We have introduced new vaccines over the years in our EPI, or the expanded program on immunization program at the ministry. And so, we have evidence that vaccination works. So the key takeaway is that vaccination is a very effective public health measure in the fight against diseases, certain diseases.
One of the participants in the workshop, Ova Graham, who is attached to the Paraclete Medical Station, told the GIS that the information shared puts her in a better position to respond to questions asked by those who visit the facility.
I think the session was real educating because I wanted to know about if you missed the vaccine, the second dose, and if something happened, what you should do about it. But I think for all the it was a good workshop.
So, notwithstanding the fact that you said you're a caretaker, but the information that you got here today, do you think it's meaningful enough that it can help you to share with others, your other workmates and people who may come around and ask similar questions like you did?
Yes, well, I think, coming to the workshop make me to learn more things that, somebody come to the health center and they ask, well, Miss Graham, what do you think about the vaccine? The good, if you have negative, I could give a positive, something that I learned, that I know I can't just guess it because I have proof, and I know things now which I could tell somebody else in the community. Because I already had my first dose, waiting to have my second dose next month. So I think it was a good workshop.
The ministry plans to continue sensitization workshops for various stakeholders. Moving along, extensive rehabilitation work is on the way at the St. Mark's Secondary School as part of the World Bank-funded Regional Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project. We get more in this report from Annette Moore at the PR unit of the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information.
The rehabilitative work, which began on March 8, 2021, is being done at a cost of more than $1.1 million by Creative Design and Building Construction Company Limited. The scope of work includes reconstruction of the main block housing the Assembly Hall, renovation of the bottom block, and construction of a second floor to house 3 extra classrooms above an existing school building. Foreman with Creative Design and Building Construction Company Limited, Daniel Joseph, explained more about the work being undertaken.
For now, we're more focused on the demolition of the school. We had to phase the project in stages because we can't disrupt school. So they have classes in the bottom, and we have to finish this one, paint it, hand it over so they can move the students from there to here before we start demoing the next one. As you can see, we have this building here that we're working on. That's the main building, and we have to do the second block in the bottom, which is smaller. And we have one floor to add in on the top of the lower classes there. That's a building that was started already, but we had to do a floor and the roof onto it.
Joseph says these additional works should start reasonably soon.
Classrooms remaining as they were before, we're just changing over the old material into blocks and new roof. The new part of the building will be 3 new extra classrooms.
Joseph says most people employed on the project are locals.
What we did in creative design is that we have people from right around the country, so we try to accommodate the people that are from the area. So that's why we have 95% of the people here, excluding myself, but most of the workers here are from St. Mark's, even subcontractors.
Joseph says that at least 15 people are currently employed on the project. Work on the St. Mark's Secondary School is now 20% complete, and the expected completion date for the project is June 28, 2021. For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. This is the National Report. More news after the break. Welcome back. The construction of NADMA's headquarters and warehouse on the sister Isle of Carriacou and mainland Grenada are nearing completion. The project is being done under the U.S. Southern Command Humanitarian Fund at a cost of over $6 million.
The new headquarters and warehouse of the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, both on the mainland and on the sister isle, is nearing completion and will soon be officially commissioned. The over $6 million project,
lightning, etc.
Where the role of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs and local government. The initiative, which was undertaken in partnership with business entities, bears testimony to government's commitment to improve the comfort level and standard of living of individuals and families who are in desperate need of housing repair assistance or the construction of a home. During a handover ceremony, Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, Honorable Kendra Mathurin Stewart, said Joseph deserves to benefit from the initiative in light of his service to humanity.
This is a gentleman who would have given back to Carriacou. He gave to Carriacou in so many ways. You know, I remember even as a child, while the port right in Hillsborough they operated, that sometimes the first person you see coming off, whether it's the Osprey, whether it's the Emilia or Adelaide, was Mr. Joseph with a little cart pulling. So he was really a man of the community and a man that assisted a lot of people in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And so it really touched my heart that he had difficulties in terms of, you know, his housing condition. And he asked, and in collaboration with the hardworking members of the housing division and with other persons in the community, other business entities, stakeholders, ministry likewise, we came together and we were able to put this structure up for Mr. Joseph, so much so that he now can boast of having a key to turn or to open his own door.
Joseph is grateful to Minister Stewart, the staff at the Division of Housing and all stakeholders for the assistance received. And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Monday, March 29, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Thank you very much, Sharian, and the rest of the news team. And we'll have a National Report for you again tomorrow, God's willing. Here now is a look at the weather. Partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers becoming more frequent after midnight. Tonight's minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius by Grenadian standard. That's cold. And winds east northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Now, seas moderate with waves up to 6 or near 6 feet in open waters. And well, there are actually no warnings in effect for today, but for tomorrow, there will be a small craft advisory in effect. So that's the weather. And before we wrap him, let's just say hello to a few people on the program. No, people, just remember again that we do not issue badges on the program. Facebook does it. All right, based on your how you your engagement and so on our page. Then Facebook determines who are sharers, who are commenters, who are top fans, and I don't know what measuring stick they use, but sometimes you'll wonder, right? And so I see that there are some usual suspects on the program who probably never miss a program, and their status has been downgraded. I don't know what Facebook vibes is, you know, but don't hold it against us, all right? But anyway, thank you, Suzette, Denise, Sharon, Rolander, and Celine. Happy birthday to my friend Sharon. And Sharon, I hope that you live to see many, 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 many more birthdays to come. May God bless you. All right. And that's another Sharon. Pearl, hello to you. Noreen and Eunice and Spice Girl and Cassie and Kimo, Cynthia, Michelle, Della, and everyone else. Thank you. We have as well with us Niran, how are you doing? And Kenny, big up to Kenny. All right. Kireen and Lady English, Patty. Why are y'all showing me there? Why are all these things coming up on my screen? Stickers and all those things. Angel, Charmaine, and Patsy, and Osric, Angel again, Cynthia, and everyone else. Thank you for watching. You know, Brenda, I see you there as well. So again, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Y'all don't have to believe me, but it's the truth. All right, we don't do that. And you can read it up yourself. We don't have control over that. Take care of yourselves, and may God richly bless you. And I love and appreciate you guys all the time. I don't know what life will be without you guys. I seriously don't. And I would not like to live a day without knowing that each and every one of you is okay. So God bless you, and I wish that for you and your family from the bottom of my heart. Take care, guys. All the best. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No, take care.